Hello everybody. Like all over European economies, France is experiencing a complex economic situation. Growth has been hindered during the last 3 years by many obstacles that put constraints on it. At the same time, these obstacles are able to support growth when they are removed. COVID is one example. First, corporates were not prepared to smooth the impact of the COVID, and it resulted in a strong recession. But at the end, when the restrictions were removed, it was a growth driver as many sectors recovered to pre-COVID activity faster than expected, first in 2021, then in 2022, when catering, tourism, and transport services recovered to pre-COVID activity. Today, some industrial sectors are still struggling to get back to their pre-COVID production levels, such as the automotive and aeronautics sectors, despite the demand which is there. At the same time, the industrial sector and the construction sector report more supply-side difficulties than demand-side difficulties. Another obstacle first seen at the end of 2021 and which widened during the course of 2022 is energy. First, it was a price constraint when this increase in prices put a constraint on energy consumption with a sudden fall during the Q1 2022. Another price constraints with a new increase in electricity prices, which reached its peak during the summer of 2022, exacerbating the pressure on corporates. And finally, a potential volume constraint when it became clear that the supply of electricity would be lower during this winter compared to the former 5 years average. However, there has been an even greater reduction in electricity consumption. For example, at the start of January, consumption was below its former 5 years average by 1/4, when production was below this level by 1/6. It means that power cuts have been avoided. However, the effects of the energy shock through its price components have not been observed fully yet. For example, production costs of corporates are still increasing and inflation should accelerate further. If we look at core inflation, which is the best way to observe the transmission of energy prices to other prices, this inflation is not imminent. According to our forecast in 2023, core inflation should be stronger than the level observed in December 2022, which was 4.2% year-on-year according to the harmonized index. Enough for consumer spending to remain depressed in 2023. This factor should pull growth downwards this year. But we may observe in parallel some sectors able to reduce their obstacles that put limits on their production, and thus able to surprise us on the upside, and become a positive surprise on GDP growth in 2023. Thank you for your attention and see you next week for a new EcoTV Week.